So people ask me all the time what my favorite part about being in Tupperware is, and there's so many things that I love. I love the people. I love obviously being able to make some money. I love the freedom. But one of the things that really surprised me about what I love about Tupperware is the cooking, because people have asked me what's for dinner for over 45 years. And, it's one of those things where after a while I was just like, I don't know what you want. But now I found out, first off, I found out that a lot of the problem I had with cooking whenever my kids were little was I didn't have the right things to cook with. So after I joined Tupperware, I started having some really cool stuff that I could use. And I liked it better and I got more used to it. Well, now I have time to look for new recipes and find different things I can use. Now, I will be right up front. I look at recipes, and if it has more than 5 or 6 things in it, I have to really, really, really want that recipe. I really have to want that food to make it because I like super simple things to make. I like to eat things that other people make that have a lot of stuff in it. But if I'm going to make it, I only want it to have like 5 ingredients. And I found one of those. So I don't know if you've been looking, but on my TikTok and on my reels, I keep getting all these cottage cheese recipes. Now, I don't like cottage cheese. I've never liked cottage cheese. I don't like cottage cheese now, but a couple months ago, I made some cottage cheese chocolate mousse and it was super good. I've seen recipes for cottage cheese egg bites and cottage cheese pancakes and think it's good for you. And I'm getting to a point where that's starting to be important. It never was, but now it is. So tonight I'm going to make a chocolate lava brownie with cottage cheese. So it's super healthy and we're just going to see how it goes. I'm pretty excited about it. So I am just going to tell you what we're going to do. So I'm going to make it in the Junior That's a Bowl. Now, here's the thing with the Junior That's a Bowl. You can't buy it. And I'm real sorry about that because it's a great size and I love using it. So it is a thank you gift whenever you have a party. And once you get to a qualifying amount, you can get this absolutely free. So you don't have to buy it. You can get it free. And we can talk more about that. We can talk about it tonight. You can message me later. But I love this bowl, okay? And there are other sizes. There's bigger that's a bowls. You'll love them too. But I really, really like this one. So I'm just gonna show you real quick. We got an egg. Going to use this spatula because if you don't have a silicone spatula and you don't have this silicone spatula, you're missing out. This thing is absolutely amazing. It gets everything out of the dish. It's really upsetting to children if you're making a cake and they like to do the batter thing because you can get all the batter out of the bowl with that spatula and they don't get anything. It could be nice and neat a little bit, but okay, that's for later. And then, so we've got the cottage cheese and the egg and 3 tablespoons of cocoa, okay, cocoa powder. So I'm just going to dump those in there. So far, so simple, right? It does not get any more complicated than this. So we've got that all in there. I'm going to take the spatula out because we're going to use it in a little bit. I'm going to use our whisk. Now, with the That's a Bowls, you can go ahead and use a mixer, like a hand mixer in it if you want to. But I'm just showing you that our kitchen tools are amazing. And one of them is this whisk because, see, and that's what the thumb hole with the That's a Bowl. See, I can pick this up and show that to you. You know how hard that would be with a regular bowl? So we're just going to mix this up. See how simple that is? And when we get it to where it's pretty creamy and ready to go, we are going to, I'm going to put it in the mini Voila glass, okay, the mini rectangle. You could also do this if you're on the glass plastic thing. We have the Crystal Wave soup mugs this would go in because this is a single serving thing. And that's super important to me because, when I had everybody at home and there was 8 of us, a cake did not last long. But now I don't like to have a whole cake because it either goes bad or I feel bad that it's going bad and I feel obligated to eat it. And I don't want to do that. So this single serve things, I love. So we're just going to, I'll try and do this so you can see how easy this comes out with this spatula. And it goes right in here. Now, I also want you to notice that the dogs are excited. I want you to notice that I didn't put anything in the glass, okay? The Voila glass, you don't have to put any grease or any, you don't have to put anything in it so that things don't stick, because things don't stick. And it's great. Now, this doesn't look like there's a whole lot in there, but I'm going to tell you, because I cheated yesterday. I made one yesterday to make sure it was going to work. Take that off of there. And it was pretty amazing. Now, after you get your batter in there, which is super simple, right? You can put, we're gonna put some chocolate chips in there. Now, these are sugar-free chocolate chips because so far we're being real healthy here, okay? So, and chocolate chips aren't measured. They're like cheese. You measure chocolate chips from the heart. Not sure there can be too many chocolate chips. And I'm also gonna put in just a little bit of sweetener, okay? So this is monk fruit because it's also good for you. And we're trying to stay away from the sugar. So we're just gonna mix that up. Put it in there like that. I have to tell you a funny story about some of this in a minute. This goes in the microwave for 3 minutes, all right? So we're going to put the seal on it and leave that vent open because we're putting it in the microwave. I'm going to put it in here real quick. And I'm gonna put it in for 2 minutes to start with, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Because when that comes out and it's nice and hot, I'm gonna use our micro pitcher and I'm gonna put some peanut butter in the micro pitcher. When that has a minute left, I'm gonna put it in there with it. And we are going to drizzle peanut butter over the top of this brownie. Now you can also do marshmallows. You can put nuts in there if you want to. It's your brownie. It's your personal brownie. You can do anything you want. It's also a great thing to make with your kids or your grandkids or the neighbor kids, nieces and nephews, whoever it is that likes to bake a little bit. I mean, we haven't used anything that's sharp or dangerous or anything. Kids would love it. So we're gonna put some peanut butter in there. And when that has about a minute left, I'm gonna put this in there with it. Now this micro pitcher, it's great for liquid measuring, okay? But this is a 2 cup, this is a 1 cup. And the thing that I like about this a whole lot is this 1 cup, it's right on top of that 2 cup. It vents it a little bit so that when it's in the microwave, you've got some venting going on. But that way, nothing splatters all over your microwave. So you can use this to melt butter for popcorn. You can use it to melt chocolate. You can use it to make gravy, all the things. Okay, this is great for that. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the products I use. Okay, I told you that the Vaxable, the only way you can get the junior Vaxable is to be a host for a party and get it as a thank you gift, which is great. Okay, so let us know how you feel about that one. But the other things, I just want you to know that the spatula is great. And the whisk, I love the whisk. We have all kinds of utensils, so you can get them. You can look online and check out what you want, see how many different things. They're fantastic. They don't scratch, they don't melt. They're just really, really good utensils. And then we have the micro pitcher. Okay, now I'm gonna throw this in here real quick. And let that melt. And what I want you to know is you can like bundle this all up and you can get everything here, including the glass. Okay, that whole thing would be $82. And this is at your party where you're getting your Vaxable free, right? So it's $82 for all of this, free tip. Now, the other thing you can do is you can talk to me about how to get 25% off. Be happy to tell you all about that. And it's super easy to do. And also, if you're hosting that party or you're inviting your friends over to learn how to make a single serve cottage cheese brownie, you got to admit, if you talk to your friends and said, hey, we're going to make brownies out of cottage cheese, I would come to something like that just to prove to you that that is not a thing that can happen. But when you do that, you can also get free Tupperware, okay? So with qualifying parties, you could get all of this free actually with just a normal party, which is a regular Tupperware party. Now we're going to take this out and I want to show you. Okay, I'm going to put this in for like another 30 seconds because peanut butter can have an attitude. So here is our little microwave thing, okay? And the vent's open so I can take this seal off. Look at that. That is, it's so good and it smells good. It smells like a chocolate brownie. It does not smell like cottage cheese because if it did, I wouldn't even want to eat it. So you could put powdered sugar on this. You could eat it with some ice cream, which if you had the right kind of ice cream, that'd be great. You can do anything you want. You put sprinkles on here. But we're just going to take this. That it's so good. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit. And then we can pour it right out of the micro pitcher. Try and do it so you can see it. It's just going to come out there. We're just going to drizzle it over the top. Like I said, you know, Easter's coming. You can put sprinkles on here. You could put all kinds of things on there. Now, the only other thing that I want to do for you right now is I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to grab a fork. And the other thing I want you to know about this glass before I eat this and make you super jealous that I get the brownie and you don't, is this mini glass. There is a set of 4 of these. Now you buy them, you know, individually. So if you want like 3 of this size, that's not a problem, but there's 4 of them. So there's a mini, and this is what that is. These are great for meal planning, for lunches. Okay, we just did a show and a lot of people bought the guys. Men love these for their lunchbox. They're a great size for that. And I wasn't real sure people were going to want. I wouldn't send a glass. Well, I don't think you're allowed to send a glass with your kids to school, but they look great in the refrigerator. If you have this in your refrigerator or freezer, guys, you can look in there and see what it is. You don't have to get, you know I froze some leftover, I don't know, rigatoni the other night. I'm not sure what I put it in. Nope. It's right here. It's going to be right there. You can look at it. You can see it. And you can be super excited about the fact that you don't have to open all the lids on everything and check out the seals to see what's inside. So the other thing I'm going to do so you can see that this got done, right, in 3 minutes, guys, 3 minutes. Look at that. And I'm really sorry, but I'm eating it. And I hope you enjoyed this. So contact me or contact your favorite Tupperware person if you have somebody that you work with and find out about this recipe. I will post this and make sure that everybody gets this recipe because it's super simple, it's delicious, and it's really healthy. So here we go, guys. Thanks.